Hi friends, welcome to the channel. So today we're going to replace the PSU and a Dell XPS, and this is a 8940 machine. It's a desktop machine, and the old one basically died and it would not click up at all. No display, no noise, nothing. It just died. Now unfortunately you cannot just replace it with one of your more common ATX 24 pin, because these are unique in that they use 6 pins to the board, and in addition to that some of these will have like 2 4 pins for CPU. So you gotta take note of that and replace like for like. That's the safest way. In my situation, I'm replacing with a 4 pin to the CPU because I know the need. What I need for this, a 4 pin to the CPU, is more than enough. But if you want to do an upgrade on your CPU later on, you may want to stick with a like for like, right? Sometimes these are just a standard board across the line for Dell, and they will have the 2 pins on it, and this may go into a high-end system or it may go into a low-end system, which you really don't need the 2 pin for. But to be on the safe side, replace whatever. If there were two 4 pin on your machine, get a power supply with 2 4 pins, right? Okay, so what do you want to do with your new power supply? You want to put it in at an angle so the thinner side is going down like this, and put the back towards the back out first, and then drop it down. You will notice on the bottom there's actually a little connector with a blue tab. Anywhere you see blue tabs in the Dell machine, those are things that you can open, reset. For example, this pull, it's got a blue tab. This other tray actually had a blue tab here. So they're blue tabs. So those are indicators. The other thing to note, if you just want to know quickly how to remove your PSU, just use your case. Use the inside of your case. It tells you exactly how to remove, how to disassemble your hard drive, your optical drive, your fan, your PSU, as we're doing, and your graphic card. You can disassemble. So everything is right there for you. So anyway, you want to put this in, press down. So that's down. In the case in my situation, I got four screws. Otherwise, use the screws that you removed in the first place. So once you get that in, the next thing you want to do is to plug in your 4, not your 4. Plug in, you can do whichever first, but I'm going to start with my 6 pin. So I'm going to plug my 6 pin in. So align it properly. You can only really get this in one way. Press down, and now here's my 4 pin for CPU. I'm going to go, if you're only putting in 1 and there are 2 on the board, use the one that says ATX CPU 1, right? So I'm putting that in, CPU 1. In my case, I'm just using 1. And the next thing, you want to try to tie your cables so that they don't get into your fan, into your CPU fan. So you can just tie it to keep things out of the way. There you go. And the other thing, if you tie it, you also want to remove the extra piece there. You can clip that off with the pliers, or in this case, I think I can use this nail clip. Let me see. Yeah, just like that. It's like it was made for it. Okay, and so that's out of the way. And then once you get in there, you want to double check, as long as you're in your system, you want to double check that you didn't knock anything out of their slot, and everything is back. And that would be for your PCIe. If you're using a dedicated graphic card, that's where it would be. But in our case, we're just using the onboard. Alrighty, so we are in with our PSU. So I'm gonna leave these for now. I'm gonna test it before I start putting the screws. So got my HDMI plugged in, mouse, keyboard, wired mouse and keyboard, and I'm gonna actually show you my other screen, and we can keep a lookout for the boot up on that. And I'm gonna hit my power. Oh, before I hit my power, I need to plug my power cord in. Actually, should spin up if it's good. See? Well, I know I'm on the wrong one, but see, it was spinning up, or it spun up for a bit once it hits power. The one that I removed would not spin up, would not do anything, was dead as a doornail. Okay, so now that we're plugged in, let me do a split screen so we can see both here. Okay, so I am now gonna press the power button. Power button, where are you over here? I can't find the power button. It's over here. Okay. So power button is in. It's spinning. Well, the video will appear as if it's spinning backward, or it's not spinning as fast, but it's just the effect of the motion there. But it is spinning normal speed. It is fairly quiet, not loud, and as you can see, we have display. So let me go full screen on that for you. So we have display, so we're back. I haven't seen this. It wasn't booting up for what, about 2 weeks. Ordered the part, and now it's good to go, and we're fine. So what I'm gonna do quickly, I am gonna run this hardware monitor. Just want to make sure nothing is getting too hot, right? Okay, so you probably can't see that clearly here, but the most important thing I'm looking at here is my temperature. Yeah, so it's just starting, but I can see from minimum of 33 Celsius, that is, up to max of 40. That's on my core. And if I look at my voltage regulator out, my max that I'm getting right now, peak, was 311, and the power, just the general power that is pushing, is about 120 watt that is pulling. Okay, so everything is within the range, running quiet. I say that's a successful replacement. So just to note a few things, when you're ordering this, just double check the voltage or the wattage. Make sure is what you're replacing. If you have a GPU, you're gonna need, if it was a 500, you want to get a 500 as much as you can get. The other thing you want to be sure of is that you're getting your power for your GPU. So I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about here. So you want to be sure you're getting your right pins for your GPU if your machine has a GPU. In my case, there's no GPU, and I have no intention of upgrading to that for the purpose of this machine. The other thing you want to note too, you have two pins for two 4-pins, CPU 1 and CPU 2. If you need those, if you're replacing it, you get those. Okay, hopefully this was useful. Please remember to like, to share, and to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye now.